Alright guys, welcome back to another edition of Simple Takeoffs live trip with Microsoft Flight Simulator coming to you in this holiday break. I hope everybody's having a fantastic holiday break, and if you're still working, I hope you get next week off, and if you're working next week, keep hustling, keep grinding as we get oriented here and get set up. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the tunes from bensound.com, royalty-free music as usual, as always. And tonight we're gonna be flying from Miami, to Orlando. That's Miami International to Orlando Executive Airport. Shout out LewDix Aviation, doing fantastic work there at Orlando. All right, let's pick the next track here. And as I'm sure you can tell from the description, there's a new livery being unveiled tonight for the TBM. So I hope you enjoy. Of course, shout out to the creator of that livery, that beautiful airline livery that we're about to unveil momentarily here. Guys, let me know in the chat if the audio is too loud or if it's too low, if you can't hear me. And again, welcome to this Tuesday stream on Simple Takeoffs. Alright, we're gonna make this flight during the daytime this time, just because all the other flights I've done have been during the night. It's good to get a little bit of variety in. Plus I like the scenery at night better anyway. Or sorry, during the day you can see more things. Alright, IFR, High Altitude Airways. $24,000 feet. Alright, our trip. As you can see here, is going to be 178 nautical miles, approximately 1 hour and 19 minutes flight time here tonight. Again, I hope you guys sit back and enjoy the show as I get going here real shortly. I'm gonna turn on the camera real soon. All right, next track coming on. bensound.com. This one's called Funny Song. Okay, I don't like this one. Let's go with Sexy. Oh yeah, groovy baby. As we hear the oral warning here. Alright, I'm going to shut everything off and start from scratch. Cold and dark. Alright. Wonderful. Let's get out our checklist. Sherman Glenn says vom.ong. Alright guys, here we go. And of course, no stream is a good stream without my signature hat. So I'm gonna toss that on right here. There we go. Perfect. Alright, welcome here guys. Welcome to this live stream of Simple Takeoffs. I'm glad you choose to spend your evening with us here tonight. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Alright, without further delay, let's get into it. Guys, I have a special livery that I've installed for this TBM that is not very typical, that is made by some awesome creator, and the website that I got it from is Flightsim.to, and it's all in the description, including the creator who made it. Thank you, shout out to the creator of this livery. I love it, and you're about to see it soon. So, without further ado, let's start with our flow here. Actually, let me go change the soundtrack real quick. This next one's called Easy. Alright guys. So first make sure everything is off. Alright, let's get this going. So battery coming on. I don't know why the cursor keeps going away. Alright. We'll turn our pulse light on. Taxi lights coming. Actually, we'll do that after. Get some lights going here. Generator coming to main. As the Garmin gets going here. Alright, fuel boost pump coming on. Alright, I think we're just about ready to start her up. So I'm looking for the NG 10, 11, 12. All right, let's put it on low idle and monitor the engine parameters here. Make sure we have a good start. We're keeping an eye on the inner turbine temperature for a hot start and the NG for a hung start. All right, going over to flight idle. Everything looks good. Pitot heat coming on. Looks like we have a good start. Boost pump coming off. And here we go with the lead air system on auto. Inertial separators coming on as I quickly change the music for you guys. If you hear a little bit of clinking and clacking in the background, it's just my girlfriend's cooking right now. As I slap on the next tune called Hip Jazz over here on Simple Takeoffs live Thursday night stream. Thank you for joining us. And if you watch this later on, please don't forget to like and subscribe, of course. Help with the YouTube algorithms. Alright, let's get the Miami ATIS on 119.15. Alright guys, we have Sierra. We're gonna go to Miami clearance now. $135.35. Alright, and just before we request our clearance, I'm just going to make sure everything looks alright here in the flight plan. It should read it from, there we go. Alright, and we're not going to be doing a standard instrument departure today. Alright, let's get our clearance, guys. Alright, let's get the squawk code in there. 324 3124. There we go. Acknowledge the instructions as we head on over to Bend Sound real quick to change the track. This one is called Funky Suspense. Let's get funky with it. Alright, we're going to get ground in there. 127.5. Alright, just before we contact ground and get ready to taxi here, I'm gonna set my altitude given in my clearance. Or come over here to my FCU on my Honeycomb Bravo throttle quadrant. Jesus. Okay, 13,000 feet. Now we're going to go over on COM2 and put in our departure frequency of 125.5. Again, if you're just joining us, we're flying today IFR from Miami to Orlando, so sit back and enjoy the show, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. 125.5, and also check out our animated series, all original Simple Takeoffs animated series called Flight Geeks, episode 7 out now. Alright, inertial separators coming back on. Okay, flight controls. So just before I do that, I'm going to do the flaps, and I am going to feather it twice. There we go, that's one. And that's two. Now taxi lights are on. And okay, this is the moment of truth, guys. So again, thank you for joining me, and I am ready to reveal this new livery that I've been talking about. As I changed my soft key here to GPS from VOR. Okay, so guys, without further ado, I hope you like it. I really like the theme of this livery. Is kind of like a gray tone, and I like the color gray, so it kind of resonated with me, and I decided to download it and incorporate it in the stream. So without further ado, here we go. No countdown needed. So we got the American Airlines livery on this beautiful TBM 930 here tonight. Of course, it's a non-standard livery that I got from Flightsim.to, from an awesome creator by the name of Oliver. I forgot his last name, but it's all in the description. So thank you, Oliver, for that. I am really feeling this American Airlines livery on the TBM 930 here this evening. I really like the gray tone of it. So that's the reason I picked this one. I hope you like it. We're going to showcase it more on the flight. So we got our squat code set. Let's just double check that real quick. 3124, everything is good. Okay, let's go over the ground. All right. Might want to check the flight controls real quick. All right. Rudder is right, goes right, left. Beauty. All right, 123.9er. So tower is ready to go there. Now let's see. So if we come over here, and it seems like Microsoft Flight Simulator crashed on us again. I'm going to be reporting this one because that's about the second time this has happened. And I do appreciate that when I'm alive, Mr. Head of Microsoft, whoever you are these days. So I'm going to have to restart this, guys. I apologize. But it's good for you guys to actually see this live. I don't really mind because it kind of showcases my pains as I go through running this beautiful flight simulator that has been in the works for 15 years, and it's great, and you know, not a lot of complaints about it. Just a little tiny complaint that it tends to crash on me a lot. I'm curious to see how Explain 12 will be. I'm definitely going to be purchasing Explain 12 when it comes out, but for now, I decided to go with Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 just because it's the newest one compared to Explain 11. So while that gets loaded back up, let's go over to bensound.com for another tune. And what I'm going to do this time is set it up so we just depart from the runways, so I don't bore you guys starting everything from scratch, since we already went through the process. Continue in normal mode, otherwise I don't think it'll load the livery again. So let's go in normal mode. How you guys doing this evening? Good? Great. I hope you enjoy the channel. Tons of great content we've been putting out here at Simple Takeoffs. I hope you give it a like and subscribe and tell your friends. Help us grow. We're spending a lot of effort on this channel, and I hope it shows, and looking forward to 2022. Welcome to the whopping 2 viewers in the chat on Twitch. Hello, hello. As this gets loaded back up. Okay, I'm gonna need a water, guys. Give me 1 moment. All right, we are back in business. This next track's called Downtown. Here we go. As I come back on from hiding. All right, let's set this up. So we got our livery here. We're ready to go. That beautiful American Airlines. Do the numbers real quick. Pretend we have 50 pounds in the back just for shits and giggles. 10-pound brick cell phone from the 2000s. Alright, that all looks good. I'm hoping it doesn't crash on me a second time, because that will not be good. For that, if it crashes again, we're gonna have to go to some contingency plan B, guys. Maybe some touch and goes. Can't go wrong with touch and goes, but for now, they wanted us on runway 27, so let's resume. So make it daytime so we can see good views. And we are going to arrive in Orlando Executive via high altitude instrument flight rules airways. We're going to select the cruising altitude of 24,000 feet. And I just went to get water, guys, and I can confirm it is snowing here in Toronto, Canada. And as always, I am looking forward to shoveling. Because who doesn't love a good shovel action? I think I saw about 2 inches of snow on the ground already. In fact, we might need to head out over there and give it the old shovel after the stream, just so I don't allow it to build up till tomorrow, for tomorrow morning. At which point I will break my back if I try to deal with that wet, heavy snow that's set in the morning. Alright, let's see if we can get out of here. What's going on? It is just being buggy tonight. Oh my goodness. Alright, she just does not want to cooperate. And if you're just joining us, this is the second time in a row Microsoft Flight Simulator is crashing on me, so I'm going to have to do a forced end task here for the app. Let's see if we can get this going again. Okay. Alright, third time's a charm, hopefully, as I pick another track. I was kind of totally expecting this because it's been doing this the last couple of days. It's kind of moody. Sometimes it crashes, some days it's perfect, like on my other streams. No issues, but tonight it's just one of those nights, guys. And as a streamer, especially as a new streamer, I'm going to have to wing it. I'm going to have to stay on my toes and keep you guys entertained. And deal with, you know, just like good solid aeronautical decision making by pilots, we need to recognize the fact that change is the only constant, including with buggy software. Shh. They're working hard on it. They only worked on it for, you know, 15 years. Welcome, guys. I see people in the chat. If you're just joining me, we were supposed to get going from Miami to Orlando, but Microsoft Flight Simulator has crashed on me twice so far, so let's see how this third time goes. Now, I would pick safe mode, but the issue is if I pick safe mode, I can't sport that American Airlines livery that I already unveiled a few minutes ago before it crashed on me. So I'm going to continue in normal mode and hope for the best again. And if it crashes on me the third time, then I'll have no choice but to go in, you know, safe mode and do a couple touch and goes. But no worries. We have to take things in stride and deal with them as they come, right? Again, thank you for joining my live stream. I'm Arian, your host. Just switching over the track from Ben Sound, royalty-free music. Make sure the great folks over at YouTube and Twitch do not flag me for any copyright issues. Let me just put a little message in the chat. Make everybody warm and comfortable. Alright. Let's see if we can get this, guys. Alright. Let's see here. We are going to go. Hopefully third time's a charm, guys. So American Airlines livery is there, looking beautiful. I'm gonna put my fat ass on the pilot seat, take away the co-pilot, although even that tends to revert back to the default sometimes for no freaking reason. But anyways, so forward baggage, we have a 10-pound brick of a cell phone from 2005. If you guys are old enough, you'll know what I'm talking about. Rear baggage, say we have 225 boxes of cat litter. Alright. And I'm gonna make it daytime for views for days. Let me see, can I do live weather and during day? You know what? I've tried this before and it shows it as daytime, but it just reverts back to nighttime, so I'm not gonna get fooled by that. I just remembered that as I said it, so, okay. Oh, music's up. Entertainment first, flying second, so let's Go over to here, then sound called rambling. All right, rambling, just like I'm rambling right now to myself. All right, that looks good. And we're just gonna put the arrival airport real quick. Kilo Oscar Romeo Lima. That's Orlando Executive again. Shout out one of my favorite YouTubers, LewDix Aviation. Check out his. Well, I'm sure you already know his channel, but in case you don't, go over there and check him out. He does beautiful flight lessons that are hilarious. All right, guys. Did I forget to put IFR? Fuck. I might have put a VFR, but we can check that from our flight plan. It's all good. Yeah, I put VFR direct GPS. Again, I hope you all having a wonderful evening. Thanks for joining me. Now, how do I get a IFR clearance here, though? We're already on the runway, ready to go. Shoot. Huh. Alright. Maybe what I can do is... Nice, so it's just a direct. So for the hell of it, guys, let's just go over here and add a waypoint. It's going to be cool to kind of show you guys how to do that manually. So I'm just going to go along my route here. Say for the hell of it, I'm going to pick Sasbo here, Sierra Alpha Zulu Bravo Oscar. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. Sasbo, okay. And let's pick another one just for the hell of it. See how far we are. Ooh, okay. Somewhere along the way here, and obviously if I were to do this through the system, there would be a bunch more what do you call it, IFR waypoints, but since we're doing it quick and dirty here, we're going to zoom in to find these waypoints. Okay, you know what, Yatur, a little bit deviation to the right, but who cares? So Yankee Alpha Tango Uniform Romeo, and let's put those two as I scooch on over to Bend Sound real quick to change the track for you guys. It's way too quiet here. Alright, so we're gonna go here, add en route waypoint. Sasbo. Okay, Sasbo is in. Next, Yatur. That's Yankee. Where are ya? Yankee Alpha Tango Uniform Romeo. That's in. Okay, great. Add en route waypoint. Blah blah blah. Destination. Okay, we're good with that. All right, we're good. Parking brake coming off. Pitot heat is on. Boost pump is on auto, it should be. Just check our throttle here. Inertial separator is on. And I am going to select a cruising altitude. So right now, I believe I selected VFR. So let's say we'll put it 11 because 11 is a lucky number. Why not? And again, this is all because I should have put IFR, high altitude airway, before I loaded it up, but I put VFR, and since it's already crashed on us twice, I don't want to keep making you guys sit through the loading screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and take off here and kind of wing it. No pun intended. Alright. Nav, strobe on, everything is good. Perfect time for the music to end just before I take off so I can tend to it real quick. And there's an airliner there as we wait for him to take off. Just waiting for this airliner to move out of the way. I really like this livery, guys. Let me know in the chat or in the comments whenever you get a chance to watch this video how you like it. I really like that deep gray, like it's looking so sexy right now. Okay, enough of that. That airliner's pretty much gone. Wait for him to get out of here real quick. Alright, guys. Flaps are in the takeoff position. We are good to go. No more delays. And the software seems to be holding up okay so far, but we'll see if that holds up. Alright, 90 knots and we rotate. Positive rate gear up. We try to maintain runway heading here. Flaps coming up and continuing west departure. Beautiful. Alright, we are almost at 1,000 feet. I'm going to pull the power back just a little bit to not have the ITT go into the red zone. As I slowly, by the way, I'm still hand flying this, so I gotta be real careful about my actions. Just want to zoom out, see where we are. Okay, so we're continuing our west departure. At some point, we're gonna have to go on course. So let's see. What I'm gonna do is, all right, frequency change approved. So remember, guys, officially we are flying. I had to pull the power back just a little bit more to avoid the ITT getting too hot. That's the inter-turbine temperature. We're going to tune Miami approach. Request transition. So we're flying VFR right now. Okay, I am going to put it on autopilot for a second here. Okay, so they gave us a squawk code 5305. We're going to put that in. Perfect. I'll just change the track real quick. This next track is called Manhattan. Shout out New York, NYC. As we get funky with it. All right. I think we can go to nav now. So what I did was I went over to my Honeycomb Bravo quadrant and I selected nav mode, which will now follow our flight plan. Hopefully that will start to put us on course, as ATC told us resume your own navigation, which is great, and that means that we can start to head on course. So we want to go to Sasbo because that's what I entered. As we get a handoff here, 128.6. Simple takeoffs 24. Good day. Where are you flying to tonight? So Susan, we're flying to Orlando Executive Airport, which is just a little bit north of the main international airport for Orlando. So we're going to tune in Miami approach and contact them. Beautiful. So continue as planned. It seems like the theme of the night here, guys, is just adapting and getting used to change, because it seems like tonight is one of those nights we're going to have to just find our way around and maneuver around obstacles, like the software crashing twice. So the other obstacle obviously wasn't much of an obstacle, but I loaded it, you know, asking for a VFR flight, and basically I think we're over Sasbo now. We're almost over Sasbo, so the airplane is banking to the left to continue along the magenta line along our path. So yeah, as I said, I loaded into this trip on VFR, which is Visual Flight Rules, and I didn't file an instrument flight plan. So what I did to sort of get around that was we took off. We're still flying VFR, but sort of internally between me and you guys, I entered a few IFR high altitude waypoints there that we are following to Orlando. So right now we are on autopilot, and the only thing I want to do is climb and maintain a higher altitude to save on gas. By the way, the inertial separator is coming off now that we are on course. Let me just put the next track on for you guys. This one's called In Trend. Okay, so now we can, as you can see here, we can go ahead and request our IFR clearance, or we can sort of just internally follow our own navigation in VFR and go to Orlando that way. Going over to 125.5, simple takeoffs 24, good day. I'm excited to join the Flightsim network, guys. I'm going to pull the power back a little bit. Let's see what speed that gets us. I have my main speeds here. So we wanted to climb at 124. Alright, cruise speed is my discretion, so we don't want to take forever to get to Orlando. We're in the green. 198 sounds good to me. Let's get a quick look at the engine parameters here. Torque 65, prop in the green. NG 86, ITT 602, looking good. Oil pressure and temperature in the green. We don't care about pressurization right now, as we are at only 3,600 feet. As you can see, the differential is at 0. Flaps are up, everything's good. Okay, enough of that boring stuff. Let's get these views going. Okay, and I'm glad to see that it picked up the fact that I deleted my co-pilot, so it's just me flying here tonight. Wondering, I'm still deciding if I should just continue this way to Orlando, or if I should get an IFR clearance. No, I'm kind of liking this. Yeah, why not? Let's do a VFR tonight. You can always request the ILS approach if we're VFR, I think. We'll see. Okay, next track, feeling good. Alright, so because I'm VFR right now, I believe altitude is my discretion as long as I don't bust any airspace rules. So we took off from Miami here. The blue lines you guys see, that's the Bravo airspace for Miami International, and that's why I contacted them and requested Bravo, a transition through Bravo, and they approved us, so we're good to go there. Looks like we're just out of it now, on course. So I think altitude wise, as long as I stay under 12,500 to make sure I don't have any pressurization issues, which actually doesn't matter. This aircraft has pressurization capability, so that doesn't even matter. If we're in a Cessna, I would want to stay under 12,500 to, at least for, like you can't go more than 30 minutes above 13,000 and above if you are in a non-pressurized aircraft, because that's what causes hypoxia. So yeah, as I was saying, I think it looks like altitude-wise we're good to climb. What's a good reasonable VFR? Say we're gonna go to 12,000. Let's do 11,000 because I like that number. So, but first let's go change the track. Easy hike. All right. So we're gonna go over to our handy dandy FCU on our honeycomb Bravo quadrant, throttle quadrant, and increase our selected altitude to 11,000. And how I'm going to climb there, I'm going to climb via the best climb speed of 124 per the pilot's operating handbook. Okay, so 124 is set. Beautiful. So what we're doing right now, guys, is we are climbing up to 11,000 feet at a desired climb speed of 124. And in flight level change mode, it's going to adjust the pitch of the aircraft based on my power setting to maintain that desired airspeed of 124. And because we left the airspace of the previous controller, they got us to squawk VFR, which is back to 1200. So now we're going to request flight following again. We're giving our position. Perfect. So they gave us a squawk code. Now that's going to make sure ATC is keeping an eye on us. Even though we're flying without a filed IFR flight plan, they're still going to check us on radar and give us any sort of traffic alerts if there is other aircraft in our vicinity, and of course workload permitting. As we continue climbing to 11,000 feet, I'm just going to quickly change the track for you guys again. Okay, this one's called Poppy. Alright, I'm just going to get a quick checklist out here. Landing lights are coming off. Alright guys, again if you're just joining us, welcome as we climb over to 12,000, and this is a little risky because I don't have a way to see inside the aircraft, so I'm gonna make sure our handy, oh there we go, so we just hit 11,000 and the aircraft should start to level off here because I see on my my honeycomb Bravo quadrant that it went from indicated airspeed, which is flight level change, to altitude mode. Now let's see what ATC just told us. Okay, so they were trying to tell us something, and obviously we're too busy with our drone camera here. So we're going to request flight following again. As I get a sip of water going. What do you want to call this? Okay, first let's take care of this squawk. 6716. I'm going to acknowledge this squawk code. Roger that. Alright, let's put these windows out of the way. Oh my goodness, ATC. As my cat jumps on top of something he should. Hey, hey. My cat. I have to show you guys this. Hey, get off. Coco, get off. Mr. Coco. Alright guys, he does not belong there, so what I'm gonna do is, now I'm holding the camera, Jesus, this is getting hectic. Alright, give me 1 second, guys. As I attend to the kitty cat up there, I'm going to change the track for you guys real quick. Alright guys, we are back. Crisis averted. That, the reason for that is those shelvings are not designed to hold a chubby cat, and a chubby cat might cause those shelvings to collapse, and obviously we don't want that. So, back to our flight here. Let's see if ATC said anything else. Another handoff, okay. Alright, let's acknowledge the handoff. If they give us a moment to be able to do that, it's so busy here. In this airspace, look at all this traffic. There we go. Alright, let's see if we can showcase this. Whee! It's like if you're a skydiver, this is all you see. Whee! That's pretty cool. Wow. Farm fields galore. All right. Continuing as planned, roger that. I'm going to pull the power back just a tad bit. As I do a status check where we are. Okay, so we are pretty much almost at Yatur, which is the next IFR waypoint. But we are flying VFR here today. This next track is called Parole. Oh, the coast looks beautiful, guys. Look at that. Let me just get all these windows out of the way. Wow. That looks gorgeous. You know, you say what you say about Microsoft Flight Simulator, like you guys saw it crashing earlier, but graphics, they know how to do graphics. I mean, in terms of the visuals, second to none, man. Look at that. I mean, let me know if I'm wrong in the comments, but obviously, in terms of the visuals and the aesthetics, it's no comparison to X-Plane 11. Now, I'm very curious to see how X-Plane 12 will be. But visually, this looks amazing. Alright, next track, St. Tropez coming on. Ben Sound, royaltyfreemusic.com. Shout out Ben Sound. Helping our streams be a little bit more groovy. I'm glad you can take the right seat of the TVM with us tonight. Even though we can't see you, I'm sure you're there. As we take a look inside the aircraft. Imagine I just open the door, but I can't. Doesn't let me. Gorgeous. Beautiful, guys. What a nice airplane. Look at these red stitchings. It looks like a sports car. Look at those seats. Look at the detail. Look at that leather. Actually, this is one of the airplanes that I have seen without sheepskin on the seats. Usually they're sheepskin, right? Again, if you're just joining us, we're flying to Orlando Executive Airport from Miami International. We're flying VFR, visual flight rules. We are 11,000 feet. That's 1,000 feet at a standard altimeter because it's not live weather right now because it is evening time and I wanted you guys to get some good views of Florida. So I figured it'll be a little nicer during the daytime just because there's not a lot of city underneath us right now. So at night it would be pitch black and there's not a lot of lights. So, ooh, look, there's a little storm water management pond there. That looks cool. As we see an aircraft on top of us passing in the opposite direction. Alright, let's change the song. This one's called Perfect Flow. Alright, we are doing 199 knots indicated. %, fuel, which should be more than enough to get to Orlando here tonight. All right, we're approaching Yatu. One 3225, simple takeoffs 2 for a good day. Again, I'm looking forward to joining the virtual air traffic simulation network, VATSIM, very soon, guys, and that will allow me to talk to real air traffic controllers rather than the Microsoft Flight Simulator bots, which will add another element of realism to these streams. Hopefully you guys will enjoy that. Again, this channel is very new. Just launched this channel 3 weeks ago, as we are now headed directly to Orlando Executive. Okay, so we're 90 miles out from Orlando. We're gonna need to enter the airport area probably around 1,000 feet. So we gotta descend 10,000 feet. What's a good descent rate that's comfortable for you guys in the right seat here? Some of you guys might be scared of flying, so what I'm going to do is do this nice easy descent rate, call it 600, 700 feet. So we can probably start descending now. Let's do a quick calc here. Alright. About 20 minutes out. I'm gonna need to go down 10,000 feet. So yeah, 500 feet a minute, 20 minutes. Let's start the descent. So what I'm gonna do is VS it down, vertical speed, and I'm gonna go to vertical speed mode here. We'll call it 600 feet a minute to be a little bit on the conservative side. And we're gonna pull the throttle all the way back here to make sure, not all the way, but what we wanna make sure on the vertical speed descent mode is to not have our airspeed go very high. So this is a decent descent we got going right now. I want to descend down to, say, 3,000. I'm going to VS it. Vertical speed, 600 feet a minute. We are golden, guys. All right, let's go change the track. This next one's called Plush. As we get another handoff from ATC. Beautiful. Don't mind me, guys. Delicious. Thank you. Alright, guys. Hope you're enjoying the flight so far. Alright, as we continue a steady descent at a 600 feet a minute, to make sure you guys don't feel nauseous or anything like that. I wouldn't want you feeling sick on this flight. Our approach speed 85 knots, indicated airspeed. Let's check our fuel symmetry here, make sure we're not unbalanced. And we have exactly the same amount of fuel, that's perfect. 57 US gallons. I hope you guys are enjoying tonight's stream. Don't forget to click like, share this with your friends. Check out the other awesome content we have on our channel here on Simple Takeoffs. And again, I hope you guys are enjoying the show. Alright, cool. We're continuing as planned as I change the song real quick for you guys. This one's called Someday. As you see, Spirit Wings 883 getting his approach clip. 124.1 simple takeoffs. 24. All right. Cool, cool. We're looking great, folks. Okay, so we've been told to continue as planned. So that's what we're gonna do. We have so many awesome things planned for you guys in the next year, guys. So I just advise you to subscribe to the channel and tell your friends. And check out Flight Geeks, my all original new Simple Takeoffs animated series. That's not just for Flight Geeks, it's actually for all people to enjoy. So if you like some good storytelling and some cute graphics, don't forget to check out Flight Geeks. And we have, like I said, a lot of awesome stuff planned in 2022. So I hope you're able to be one of the first followers of this channel and tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody about this channel and help us grow as we continue our adventure here. The very, very early stages of our adventure with you guys. Alright, this next one's called 7th Avenue. Let's see if we can tune the airport yet. Still not in range. I don't see it. We're almost at 3,000 feet. Should be getting up there, down there in less than 2 minutes. What's up, guys? If you just joined us, you're with Simple Takeoffs, another live stream from Miami to Orlando. Welcome, welcome. Let's see how far we are from Orlando now. So 42 miles, which is not much at this speed. Should be approaching Orlando in about 4 or 5 minutes here. Alright, this is when things are going to start to get interesting. So if you've made it with us through the en route portion of the flight, I commend you because it's just going to get more interesting from here. We're going to need to start with the arrival portion. So I would like to see the ATIS, the Automated Terminal Information Service, available for Orlando Executive Airport. But that would require it to be in range for my radios. And we're still too far. So we're just gonna chill, take it easy. Are those the Everglades, or are we past them? I guess we're north of the Everglades now. Not too familiar with Florida. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I think I want to do an ILS. Let's see if we can do an ILS approach. I know we don't have our clearance, but let's go ahead and put a procedure in our flight plan anyway and see if we could shoot an ILS. Otherwise, we're going to be given entry instructions, VFR entry into the airport. So that means if I'm going to do an IFR flight approach, an instrument approach, then I'm deviating from ATC, which is cool. Or you know what? Screw it. Let's just stick to the VFR flight plan. Let's just continue with this VFR downwind entry into Orlando Executive. Cool. All right. $32 miles out. I wonder what the range is. So it looks like Orlando International is already in range. Kissimmee is in range. Where is Executive? Well, anyway, since Orlando International, which is KMCO here, Kilo Mike Charlie Oscar, is very close to the... Oh, there you go. Did it just come in? All right, let's get the ATIS real quick. The weather, basically. Of course, I picked Sky Clear, so it's going to be perfect in this flight. Okay, so landing and departing runway is 25. Alright, let's contact Orlando approach. Okay, I'm gonna go cancel this flight following. They're gonna tell me to squawk VFR. Alright, where did Orlando Executive go? So that's Orlando International. Okay, we just had executive here. Did we pass it? No. We're gonna have to wait for executive to come back in range here. Where is that option? Where are you, executive? Right here. Alright. Let's change the track before we do that. Deciding between a touch and go or a full stop landing. You know what, maybe we can request a touch and go to do a couple patterns around Orlando Executive, and then we'll do a full stop landing. So let's do a touch and go. Alright, left base runway 25. Which is pretty much, so for you guys that don't know what happened there, they're telling us to enter, basically if this direction, the symbol that you see for KORL, that represents the actual layout of the runway, and that's runway 25, and the opposite direction would be 07. So they told us enter left base, meaning enter basically 90 degrees to runway 25, which means I am already going straight 90 degrees to KORL. That white line you see, that's runway 25. So enter straight is basically the point of what I'm getting at here. Now we're gonna need to descend. So let's go pick pattern altitude, maybe a little higher, 1200, VS it down. All right. Landing lights coming on. Landing lights are on. As we are entering pattern altitude of 1,000 feet above airport elevation, and I'm just assuming because Orlando's pretty at sea level, just picking 1,000 here. I put it 1,200, but to be safe, as I pick the next track. Okay, I'm pretty much getting ready to hand fly this bad boy. Let's see. So we are approaching Orlando International right here. Where is it? I believe Orlando International is somewhere up there to our left. And I see the control tower from here. Okay, so yeah, up there on the left, this big airport is Orlando Executive, or sorry, Orlando International. Those are all the runways. So we're gonna go right past that and enter left base for Orlando Executive. And you know what? Autopilot is gonna come off now. I'm just waiting to get to 1,200 feet, and autopilot will hand it off to us. Approach speed is 85 knots indicated. I'll keep it at 90, 95 in case we have any last second wind shear. Alright, so we are at 1200. We are looking good, guys. Yeah, we are pretty much 8 miles away from the airport. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot here. Yaw dampers are coming off now. Autopilot is off. Alright. So now I am hand flying this TBM 930 for you guys. And again, if you guys enjoy this stream, please don't forget to click like and help the video be spread through via the YouTube algorithms as we pass Orlando International. And this is going to be tricky. Okay, let me turn on the autopilot just so I can slap the next tune on real quick. I'm going to put it on heading and altitude hold. Alright, good. Autopilot coming back off. Yaw dampers back off. Alright, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. So we should try to keep our altitude. Alright, good. We are looking good, guys. So we have been told to enter left base for runway 25 at Orlando Executive. As we start to pull the power back to descend here. So our landing gear operation speed 178, okay. And now we are entering left base for runway 25. And I'm expecting ATC to clear us soon for landing. Okay, they already cleared us to land. Good land, 25, simple takeoffs, 24. Okay, we're gonna need to do a go around here because we're not exactly lined up with the runway. So what I'm gonna do is put it to full power. And flaps were not in, so we're good there. And we're gonna tell ATC we're going around. Or in this case, there's no option for go around because we're not IFR, so we're just gonna request touch and go again. So we're gonna tune in Orlando Executive and request a touch and go. Left downwind runway 25, simple takeoffs 24. Alright guys, just gonna make another 90-degree turn to go downwind here. And then I'm going to try to put on another song. So we want to see that 070 on the heading indicator because that's the downwind to runway 250. It's 250 minus 180. Alright, now we're established on the downwind here. So I'm going to put the autopilot on heading, altitude real fast to select the track. This next track is called Badass. And as you can see, the airport is to our left. Clear touch and go left traffic, runway 25, simple takeoffs 24. Alright. Power, autopilot coming off. Yaw dampers are off. I'm going to start my descent now. As we are arriving into beautiful Orlando, Florida, guys. Starting to make my base turn here. As we see that interstate highway underneath us, that's beautiful. Alright guys, there's runway 25. So we had to do a go around the first time around because we were a little too high. Alright, I'm pulling the power back now. We're established on final landing gear, coming down, looking for 3 green, no red. Alright, still waiting for that landing gear. Alright, 3 green, no red, that's good. Flaps 1. And remember, we don't want full flaps until we reach 122 knots. And we are close enough. Flaps coming full. As we flare. And smooth touchdown, there we go. Flaps coming up to takeoff position. Throttle's full. 90 knots, rotate. Positive rate. Gear up. Flaps up. Alright, now we are clear to the right, clear to the left. We're going to make a left turn. And that power can come back down now. And I'm just waiting to get on a downwind. To put it back on autopilot so I can change the track for you guys again. One of the hardest working virtual pilots out there. Your host, Arian, for Simple Takeoffs. I hope you like what you see and you subscribe, as I am tremendously looking forward to the year ahead and all the great times we're going to have together on this channel, all the great streams, all the great conversations, the laughs, and I just can't wait. So, but none of that can happen without your support, so I hope I have earned it. Alright, autopilot is on altitude and heading. Now I am going to make sure the airspeed's not dropping. So there we go, 142. This is a good power setting for me as clear touch and go, left traffic 25, simple takeoffs 24. Alright, let's change the track. Easy. Good. Track is changed. Alright. Now autopilot coming back off. Yaw damper off. Pulling the power back to start descending. And remember, we don't want a long drawn out 747 traffic pattern, so we're going to start making our left base turn here. And we already have our landing clearance from ATC. It's going to be another touch and go. And if you're just joining us, guys, we are arriving from Miami International Airport. We flew at VFR over here to ORL Executive. All right, as we line up with the runway on short final. We are established on final, gear coming down. Remember, I'm looking for 3 green, no red. All right, 3 green, no red. Our precision approach path indicator, PAPI lights are showing 2 red, 2 white, which means we are right on the glide slope for a good steady descent here. Flaps coming 1. As I push a little down in the yoke from the pressure from the lift building, from the flaps coming in. A little bit to the left here. Flaps coming full, 122. As I pull the power back. There we go. And welcome back. Flaps coming up. Full throttle. $90 knots, rotate. Pause the rake, you're up. And flaps up. Alright. We are looking good. Beautiful. Getting some good landing practices in. I see some people talking on the chat. Just give me one moment. Alright, power's coming back to cruise. We are at 1,000 feet. We are clear to the right, a beautiful view of Orlando downtown. Clear to the left as we start our turn. And we're already, we've already told the ATC we want the touch and goes, so we're good there. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful. Alright. Let's get real here. Let's get serious. Alright, beauty. We are established on the downwind here. Autopilot coming on real quick, heading altitude hold because it is way too quiet here. Alright guys, real quickly, Massey Z, nice flying, smooth baby, smooth, happy holidays, simple takeoffs. Thank you so much, Massey. I appreciate you. If you like what you see, please tell your friends, click the like button, and don't forget to subscribe. Always appreciate the support. I think you already subscribed. Thank you, Massey. So let's change this. The next tune is called Funky Suspense. Oh yeah, let's do this. And did we get any ATC instruction yet? Alright, I still want to do touch and goes. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun right here with these touch and goes. There we go. Cleared us to land again. Could land, left traffic, touch and go, or no, cleared touch and go, left traffic, simple takeoffs 24. There we go. Alright, get a little outside view action here. So that's the airport over to our, whoops, to our left as we are in the downwind. So autopilot coming off, yaw dampers are off. We are cleared to the left and clear to the right. One more time, shout out Ben Sound for providing funky music for this stream, royalty free. They don't want anything but credit. So as a content creator, you shall say nothing no more to me. I will give you all the credit in the world. Thank you, Ben Sound. Check them out, bensound.com. See how they can enhance your stream. All right, guys. As we head back towards runway 25. Again, you see that beautiful view of downtown Orlando there. We're a little bit right of the runway, so we're going to have to correct for that. Alright guys, gear coming down. As usual, we want 3 green, no red. So that's what we're waiting for. Alright, I see green, 3 green. Flaps coming 1. There we go, we're slowing down. Beautiful, flaps full. This one was a little rough. Alright, flaps coming up. And we roll. .90 knots, and we rotate. Welcome back to the sky, guys. Positive rate, gear up, and flaps up. as our torque is yelling at us, pull me back. So we're going to get it out of the red. Alright, beautiful guys. I am going to make this one final landing here for you guys here tonight. So we're going to switch our intentions with ATC from touch and go to a full stop landing. And left downwind, runway 25, which is what we have been doing. Whoops. All right, pulling the power back. We're at 2,000 feet, a little high. As we start to descend back, I want to be around, say, 1,500 right now. As we do a nice, steady turn to make sure you guys remain comfortable in the aircraft. All right, beauty, beautiful. As we have been established on the downwind again, and since I am on the last downwind turn before we land and call it a night, I would like to thank you guys for joining Simple Takeoffs on this flight from Miami to Orlando Executive Airport, and be sure to like this video to help the algorithms spread the video far and wide where it belongs. And again, I appreciate your support of the channel, and I have tons of exciting stuff planned for next year, so stay tuned and tell your friends. And again, thank you for, on behalf of Arian, your host of Simple Takeoffs, I would like to thank you for joining us on this flight. The weather is beautiful in Orlando. Winds are calm. And we have been could land runway 25, Simple Takeoffs 24. Alright, as I extend my downwind just a little bit more. Alright. We are making our base turn now. Let's give it a little quick outside view. That's how she looks. And back in the flight deck as we make our final turn towards runway 25. Again, thank you so much for joining us here tonight and keeping us company and keeping me company on the right seat. I hope everybody enjoyed the flight. We arrived from Miami to Orlando and did a few touch and goes, and we are just on the final approach for landing. Gear coming down, waiting for 3 green and no red. All right, we got 3 green, no red. Flaps coming in. And I'm not even gonna bother flaps full. Just gonna, and we're a little bit fast. There we go. All right. And I'm not even gonna do reverse thrusters. No need. No worries, we'll exit the runway right here. All right. Welcome to Orlando, guys. I am going to go ahead and taxi over here to the gates, the general aviation parking area. And they're going to want me to go over the ground, but I'm not even going to bother to do that. Let the wonderful ground controllers focus on the incoming or the outgoing traffic here at Orlando. We are cleared to the left to cross taxiway Echo here. All right. I'm just going to shut it down right here. Why not? All right, guys. Again, thank you so much for joining me. Let me just clean up the aircraft. So parking brake coming on. Let's pull out our shutdown checklist real quick. All right, all the lights are coming off. Interior lights, everything is good. Fuel selector going back to manual. Autopilot trims coming off. Bleed air for our pressurization coming off. Throttle, flight idle for 2 minutes. I'm going to do it for a few seconds here. All right, that's two minutes. Now we're gonna go to low idle. Inertial SEPs are off. Pitot heat is coming off. Auxiliary boost pump is going off. Now we are going to shut her down right here. Thank you, TBM. All right, we cut her off, and we are going to turn off the battery and alternator. Perfect. And we have arrived in, let's give you a little outside view. I know I parked kind of in the middle of things here, but you guys get the point. I appreciate you joining me on this flight from Miami to Orlando. Thank you so much, guys, and have a great rest of your night. Thank you for joining me on Simple Takeoffs. Ciao.